Yes, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound, and while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to be very clear with this practice. Because as you know, in this last 10 years, the meditation, the subject of meditation became very popular. And at the same time, the idea of liberation or the inner freedom or the self-wisdom also became very popular. And at the same time, we know through our human history, generations to generations, people are looking for happiness and satisfaction. And at the same time, with this all informations, more than any other time, we can experience the anxiety and depression in our society. So more than any other time, we have ability to get connect with others, but still we deeply experience this loneliness within each other. So then we have to understand, we have to look into this situation and see there is something going wrong. Otherwise it cannot happen. Because look, that all the ideas about the philosophy, the wisdom, the meditations, the keep pumping to the society with more and more and more informations. But at the same time, from the other side, the anxiety and the depression and the loneliness also becoming stronger, stronger, stronger. These two different nature. But how this both exist at the same time? So when it comes to us, we are the one who in the middle of this all informations. So then the most important thing we have to look into, we most of time misunderstand this all interpretations. So as example, that what I talk, so it's come out of my own inner understanding and I bring it as through words. So then you also hear the words. And you hear it, and then you convert it to your inner understanding. So if I misunderstand the idea of the meditation or the spirituality or the philosophy or even the very meaning of life, and even if we go to the very basic level, even what I understand, what is my interpretation about the happiness and satisfaction. So then what will happen? I bring it through the words to you, and then maybe you start to transform it to your inner understanding, and you completely change the very meaning of it, and you start to develop it is as your own idea. So because of that, what happens? We are mostly trying to bring our egocentric, self-centered ideas through the meditation, through the philosophy, through the spirituality, and even through the idea of the culture, the tradition, the many other good things. So that is the human nature. And as meditation, what we understand today, as kind of like the philosophy, as the spirituality, as even the happiness and satisfaction, what we understand may be far away from the real happiness or the real satisfaction or the real meditation or the real, and that the meaning of life. So then it is our responsibility to get into this and become very clear with, so whatever you come with the intention to practice. So it is, we have to understand that what you believe doesn't work end of the day. So then what you practice will bring the clarity little by little to understand the very meaning of anything that what we follow. So then more than any other time, people believe meditation, people believe philosophy, people believe the liberation or the nibbana or the transformation. People believe about the happiness and satisfaction, but they are not capable to come to practice. So that is the very reason, even though verbally we have many good things around us as informations, we can't get it to practice. We can't get into the good result out of our life. So that's why it's yourself, it is your own responsibility that what you know, that know is not enough to bring the wisdom to yourself. So you have to put it to practice. So then you have to look into you and see, how about, what are the things that you practice? So, and when it comes to that, most of time what happens, whatever our practice, even when it comes to the Dharma or the meditation or any kind of a spiritual practice, we sometimes don't have a very clear faith, conviction, or ability to open to it. Because most of time we have this inner nature, we have kind of like a urge of controlling the outside according to our inner behavior. It's kind of like a provoking situations. So then the very first level, develop the ability to tolerate provoking situations. So that you have to develop the ability to tolerate your urge to provoke. So that's the skill. And as you know, it's not that always the things going to happen according to your ideas. And if you are capable to look into yourself, developing introspection again and again, again and again, when the situations arise, and you can understand how you can manage yourself and maintain yourself. Another thing is, we always develop various dualities within us. And that dualities, right, wrong, good, bad, up, down. So this dualistic mind always take us to take one side. And so when it happened like that way, knowingly or unknowingly, your own personal viewpoint start to overtake situations. So, and as a result, that what happened, you start to get into situations, you somehow knowingly or unknowingly, visibly or invisibly, we are trying to kind of try like a resist and control situations. So then you have to tolerate the urge to control, because it's most of time invisibly come to us. It come out of the dualistic mind. You always have an inner conversation about what is right, what you believe as what is right or what is wrong. But when it comes to our life, that's why you have to develop the ability to being humble with the situations. Maybe nothing wrong with that, what you believe as what is right. But at the same time, another person also have the same right to believe as whatever that person see as right. So when you have a humble mind, when you have become more flexible to have a clear conversation, so that will give a clarity yourself. So then rather than controlling according to the way that you think this should be like this, so we have always urge to that control. Don't get into that. So especially you have to practice it with yourself. Sometimes our mind will say, oh, this is what, this is what, this is what. If you are capable to withdraw from it, sometimes you will see that all the view come out of that what you believe as right, maybe behind there is a huge, the emotional current keep pushing you. That's why you think it as right. And sometimes you think something good. It is not really good, but there is a deeper emotional current keep pushing you to take it as good. Then we take it. So like that, always remember that tolerate that situation. So that's why when you have the introspection, when you go inward, you are capable to understand it. Another thing is, we always try to put our opinions to others and convince others towards our point of view. And we have an urge to do that, convince others. When other people convince, when other people come towards us, and we really like it. And it's a huge gambling. That is what happened with the ideas in the society, even with the spirituality, even with the politics, economy, this everywhere, even with the culture, traditions. We always try to convince others according to our point of view. So tolerate that urge from your inside. Another thing is, we always trying to kind of like to get into the best, always reaching to more and more to gain, complete. But if you look into yourself, how far we can go in this physical world, in this material world, how much you going to gain? It's not going to happen in the material world if you put your effort towards that. Even if you gain this whole world, then you start to catch another planet, It's go beyond. There's no end like that. So that is the very nature of our mind. So rather than go towards that way, because in that way, what will happen? We start to kind of like go against others. We want to be better than others. So that itself develop a kind of like a restless mind. So then have ability yourself. Tolerate the urge to gain this, compete, and knowingly. There are limits. And we are depending from many situations, environment. We are depending from many things. And sometimes what you think, the way you think, maybe cannot absorb by something else. So that's why have the ability to tolerate yourself, withdraw the urge to gain. Because sometimes our interpretations it's going to become a little bit different if you look very carefully. And sometimes we think that our hand, we can hold things by our hand. You know, I can hold the cup. And I can hold the cup, but still, if the cup doesn't make itself that the way we can hold, we can't hold like that. So that is the key thing. If so the cup itself designed to hold. So then if I think myself 100%, I am the one who holding the cup, I completely forget the very help come out of the cup. So that's why our egocentric, self-centered mind always go towards other things, and we overtake invisibly the situations. So it makes us blind. So then just imagine, in case if the cup design the way that anyone cannot hold, so how I can hold? I can't. So then just imagine that I can hold the cup because it designed to hold. So then it is 50-50. I can hold this because it designed to hold. So then when you think, oh, I am holding it, you have to remember you can do it only 50%. Other 50% come from the other side. But most of the time we are not going to give credit for that. So when you think, oh, I am listening in this very moment, this all the gadgetics bring the sound out and listen to someone. So in case if you are not understanding it, oh, I am the one who listens, you can't listen if you don't get the help out of these machines. So that's why whatever we experience, it is not completely us. Of course, we have 50%, but another 50% give the help from outside. I can't hold the wall. I can touch it. Why? Because the wall not designed to hold, but this one designed to hold. So then whatever the purpose of design, change the effect. So then when it comes to yourself within your mind, rather than always overtaking, you have to remember, get into the middle level and see. It's a huge, the wisdom, if you can understand, that is where you can bring the harness, connectivity. So otherwise, always your life going to become a struggle. So if you understand this, when it comes to yourself within your mind, and then you think, oh, this is me, I do whatever I want, or kind of like that. It's just a thought, but you have to look into outside world and see if the outside world if don't accept you to do that, how you going to do it? So in that way, you withdraw this urge regarding control, convince, and then it develops some kind of ability to contemplate. That is what you need. That is what through the meditation you develop. So when it comes to meditation, in the focus, and at the same time, it's talk about contemplation. So especially when it comes to the vipassana level, it's about contemplation. So what is that? So when it comes to overall, the ordinary meditation means you focus towards something and you look at it. So that is meditation. You look at it. It becomes a mental object, you look into it. And you settle down with it. And then another way, you develop undisturbed mind, you be with it. But that develops some kind of tranquility state. But the thing is, it's not going to give you deeper, clear understanding to grow, because you settling down there. But when it comes to contemplation, it allows your mind to grow. It allows you to become more and more and more clear with the moment of experience. So that way, when it comes to today meditation, that's why even though meditation is so popular, people are so into, it's kind of like a look at something and they become more settled down with it. But they have no ability to contemplate. But in ancient time, especially when it comes to the vipassana level, so it's developing contemplation is the power of meditation. So then you have to understand the difference, and when you practice yourself, you have to get into the right method. So contemplating the sensation, you go into, you look into it, and then you go through it and you recognize how things come to be as they are. And then you can grow your understanding little by little, you can expand it. You focus to the pain, and then you go through it. And you go deeper into it. You don't settle down with one thing and you get kind of like, you don't get mesmerized with the moment. You're not going to neutralize with the moment. You are deeply go into again and again and again. Just imagine you have an eyeglass and you take it out and you look into it. Is kind of like a meditation. You look at it. It gives some kind of wisdom. In conventional life, it is very necessary. It gives a recognition and you can see it as it is. But contemplation means you take it, you clean it, and then to recognize it is clear or not, you can't do it just by looking at it. What you need to do, you have to put it back. And then you have to look through it. You are not bound to, you are not limited to that eyeglasses. So you see through it. And then again and again, cleaning, and again, putting back and looking through it, develop the wisdom, and you are not bound to that even. You see through the eyeglasses, you are not become limited to eyeglasses. So that is how this contemplation is develop the inner wisdom. So that is what you have to practice. So in day-to-day life, so whatever that you experience within your own life through your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this perception, see through it, go through it, and then you will see ultimately what it is. No one can stop, no one can mesmerize you, because your own inner experience will teach you the very nature of it. And understanding that is what is called reality, recognizing reality. So don't urge to convince, control, and develop the ability to contemplate. So that way, so whatever that you gain from information, through information, not going to misguide you. You are capable to get the right result, and that going to lead you to the right practice. Because contemplation means itself, you put your knowledge to practice. And through that, grinding that, you gain result. That is what called wisdom. I repeat it again. Whatever you learn is your knowledge. So you put it to practice, you grind it. And then out of that, you gain some result. So that is what called your wisdom. So if you are capable to do that mindfully, and that develop the ability of contemplation, because without that, you can't put it to practice and grind it, circulate it, move it, go with it. So observing inhalation, exhalation, you bring the awareness to sensation and be with it. And then rather than settling down there, little by little, bring your awareness and go through the sensation and see what is happening to it. And develop the ability and expand your understanding, and some inhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold, and sometimes only right nostril inhale, sometimes only left inhale. So kind of like it has many changes. So that will show you out of what we experience, out of this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that all have that nature. So that is, then you understand it is not only that you experience that outside condition and your inner point of view. When this both come together, the moment of recognition arise. It is not then single one thing. Once you have that, you become more humble, you become more careful, because you know you can provide only 50%, other 50% come from unknown source. Unknown from the beginning, but later you can see how it happened. But from the beginning, it's unknown. The environment, the society, the timing, the space, this everything, and the karma, this everything provide that the moment of experience, 50%. So your engagement and the outside things come together and develop the moment of experience. That is what we call the reality. So then once you become with your reality, that is what we need to move forward. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck get straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens through the sensation, recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhamma nudhamma patipattiya buddham pujemi dhammam pujemi sangham pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadhi maranam ha paribunjissami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuccatu. Bless you.